Good evening, everybody. It's Chris Casafranca talking some sports here. Really, I'm just going to focus on the NBA and the LA Lakers. That's my team. So I'm going to dissect their loss yesterday, just from the perspective of a little listening to the radio and looking at the box score and catching a glimpse or two of the game. So I didn't catch all four quarters, but, I hear enough and I see enough to kind of catch trends and maybe give some insight onto how the Lakers are doing. So, we'll start off with their opponent, the Portland Trail Blazers, who were missing Carmelo Anthony. They did pick up a really good player, Covington, from the Rockets. So I don't think they lost much from last year, and they weren't coming off a back-to-back like the Lakers. So the Lakers dropped this one, and they broke a big trend of, I think, 59 wins in a row when leading through three quarters. So a couple of the losses have pointed out a few things to me. The Lakers can't rely on their defense anymore. Unfortunately, it's a sad fact, but there's no Dwight Howard, no JaVale McGee. The length is not there yet. I think as Gasol gets more minutes, then maybe we'll see the length take into effect. But what happened was Portland ended up getting a lot of easy baskets probably, Montrezl Harrell doesn't intimidate as much as others on the pick and roll, so sometimes when you're forcing that ball handler to the second guy, you want that second guy to hedge them out and make it harder for them to develop a play. And I don't think that was really happening. The Lakers had a tough loss, 2-2 really early in a 72-game season. They can still trend really good and probably outpace the pace they were at last year. AD didn't really look too aggressive in the beginning, and I think LeBron does what he usually does. Missed a couple of shots at the end, but you can't really ask much more for LeBron. He didn't hurt us in terms of the overall gameplay. I look for them to come out strong against San Antonio in the next game. Unfortunately, the Spurs just don't have the talent to match up with the Lakers, and fundamentally without Popovich there, I don't know how much they stick to their principles. So look for the Lakers to have a good bounce back. I would pick the over on that, and definitely whatever points the Lakers have to cover, I think they'll definitely cover. What is it going to be, 5 points maybe? So Lakers should easily cover the 5 points, and if the over is something like 225, I'd probably take the over on that too. I think the Lakers should shoot efficiently and run efficient offense. So some trends that, I don't think we're going to see anymore is if the Lakers hold a team under 50%, they still might lose. Last year, that defensive metric was just unbelievable. If they held a team under 50%, they automatically won. So rest a little bit more on the offense, see that over, and they'll cover the 5. Tough loss yesterday, but in AD and LeBron, you're going to get an excellent effort the next game. So this is Chris just going out with a little Laker recap from last night's Blazers Lakers, and go Laker fans. Take care.